To those of you who do not want kids in the near future or ever, do you think your mind would be changed if having a child cost you literally no money? No, because I knew I did not have the emotional tools to deal with a child or patience. Money does not solve all problems. Nope. I value my independence far too much, and I feel like if there's even a chance I'll be resentful of a child, then I should definitely never have one. I don't like kids and don't have the time, energy, patience or skill to deal with them. I wouldn't do it if you paid me. High-quality childcare from the early age would be enough for me. I love my job, doesn't really enjoy infants but still can't afford full-time nanny. I live in a country with longest maternity leave in the world, but I don't want to spend a few years this way. Personally, no, because the financial costs were never my reason for not wanting any. For some, I think it would. Someone mentioned about it probably working more for people who already have kids, but want more. I could see that. If the deal came with stable housing, I think a lot of people would, as economic instability decreases the amount of families with children being created and the cost of the child is not the only factor. If a couple is already struggling with rent and student loans, a free child isn't really enough. They'd probably want better housing too. Nope, not even a little bit. Money is most definitely a contributing factor, but it's far from the only reason people don't want kids. Even if everything was magically paid for, you still have the kid, which means first you must endure the trauma, pain, and permanently changed body from birthing the child. Then you have to go through the grueling process of infancy. Newborns need to be fed every 2 hours no matter how tired you are, and that's only the beginning. As the child grows, the stress often increases. You have to constantly cook, clean, wash clothes, pick up toys, help with homework, get them up on time and to school 5 days a week, not to mention any extracurriculars the child may have that will definitely demand even more time and effort, while also tending to your own needs, while also spending quality time with the child, while also having the time for a job. Oh, did I mention you must do all of this while watching the child to make sure they don't get hurt or make a mess? Some people may hear this and feel that they are still willing to have a kid, but for me and so many others, this sounds like a one-way ticket to a miserable life that frankly, we're more than happy to opt out of. Not personally, no. I've got nothing against kids, but I think if I were responsible for raising one, I'd go insane worrying that everything I did would mess them up somehow. Also, I like being able to just faff about with my friends as opposed to having to watch a kid. I got spayed 15 years ago. I have cats. Nope. My primary reason is not wanting to sacrifice my lifestyle to put the needs of someone else before myself. Even if it was 100% paid for, I have no interest in being woken up at the crack of dawn every day for the next decade. I'm not sure I'll ever be mentally or emotionally capable of raising a good human being. I'm autistic. But I was diagnosed late in life. I'm a F26, so I'm working through a lot of stuff that I should have been supported with when I was a teenager. Coping mechanisms, understanding certain social relationship things, learning to be fully independent in a healthy way. I think I'd be a good mom, I just don't know if I'll ever be ready to do it. No gosh, I really don't like children. No. It won't change the deteriorating global political situation, it won't change the speeding up climate change, and it won't change the fact that my future child would be used as a meat for the capitalist grinder in the best case. My child will likely live their life on a super hot planet, struggling for food and water with autocratic leader who hoards everything and puts people in prison camps for random shit. The idea of putting my child through that willingly sounds psychopathic. I just don't especially enjoy interacting with children, so it would seem self-defeating to make that my near full-time job for the better part of 2 decades, regardless of the finances. Nope, don't like them, have no desire to deal with them. I like my life as it is. No, the issue is not money, it's that I am more concerned I will end up doing long-term harm accidentally. Not even a little. I greatly enjoy my alone time. Can't stand loud noises like kids screeching. Prefer my spaces to be relatively clean and organized and not cluttered. I don't want the pressure of having to raise someone to be a good person and teach them things, or run the risk that no matter what I do, they end up being a serial killer. Also, pregnancy permanently scars you for life and comes with so many health risks that it's just not even worth it. No, money is a factor in my decision, but it's pretty low on the list. Having kids just doesn't appeal to me. I'm not the biggest fan of kids in general, and the amount of work just doesn't sound like something I'd do just for fun, not to mention possible permanent damage to my body pregnancy birth can cause. I just see no reason to do it. I can't really imagine an amount of money big enough for me to consider it. No, I still wouldn't be emotionally or mentally healthy enough to take care of a kid. And giving birth is not something I'm ready for either. Definitely not. Freedom and sleep are priceless. No, because time is the greater concern for me. Parenthood is a 24-hour job that I don't want. I have no doubt there are people who would be more likely to have kids if costs were covered though. So I'm not rejecting the utility of your proposition.